Good evening. A Mississauga man previously charged with promoting hate is now being forced to pay millions after a judge ruled he defamed a GTA businessman. The owner of Paramount Fine Foods says he feels vindicated after months of harassment from a man who he says targeted him simply because he was Muslim.
And the Canadian justice system today has proved that there is a price and people will be called to their responsibility to what they've done, and there is a price and they will pay it.
Mohamad Fakih was all smiles today at his downtown restaurant after learning he'd won a defamation suit to the tune of $2.5 million.
It's not okay anymore to remain silent in the condemnation and hate and bigotry. We need all to stand up and to defend Canadian values.
The Middle Eastern restaurant chain owner had become the target of Kevin Johnston, the man behind the Freedom Report, known for his anti-Muslim tirades online. Court documents show that in at least 8 videos posted to YouTube, Johnston had made false and malicious statements about Fakih, linking him and his restaurants to a number of terrorist organizations. The judge finding the statements had no basis in fact and negatively impacted Fakih's business dealings.
When someone says in front of your door, you have to be a jihadist to come into the restaurant, and that the money that you pay to buy a hummus or a shawarma are going to Boko Haram. I mean, I've been put into a situation where I worried about my safety, my staff safety, the safety of my children and my family and my wife.
This is a significant award of a monetary compensation, so I think individuals should be a little concerned if they're going to make hateful speech, hateful remarks that are directed at a particular individual.
This is not the first time Johnston, a one-time Mississauga mayoral candidate, has been in trouble for issues surrounding hate speech. In 2017, he was charged with 2 counts of willful promotion of hatred against Muslims in relation to a number of videos posted to his website. He'd previously targeted an MP who introduced an anti-Islamophobia motion and offered a reward for anyone who recorded children praying in public schools. Human rights lawyer Richard Moon points out that because this was a defamation case, the threshold was lower than it would have been for a hate speech case, which requires a higher standard of proof under the criminal code. Still, Justice Ferguson didn't shy away from labeling Johnston's statements as, quote, a loathsome example of hate speech at its worst, targeting people solely because of their religion. Left unchallenged, it poisons the integrity of our democracy.
It appears that there is some interest in deterrence here. The judge did locate this defamation claim within the larger context of the kind of bigoted, racist, Islamophobic speech that is circulating in the community at the moment.
Canada deserves better than this, right? And I don't wish to anyone to go through what I went through.
Now, Johnston has also been barred from communicating with or publishing material about Fakih. He's also not to come within 100 feet of the restaurant owner, his family, or his residence.